Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Again, today we're at the Chelsea Proving Grounds in Chelsea, Michigan, and Ram invited us out here to drive their 2026 Ram 1500 and 2500 lineup. So this includes the 2026 Ram 1500 Warlock. Now the Warlock, honestly, in my opinion, was probably one of my favorite trucks, if not my favorite, for 2025. The reason being, I like the fact that you can get basically a Rebel for $10,000 less, just because it's more of a affordable option. And there's some reasons why it gets to that price range where it starts out at about $51,000. You're going to see in the interior that it is kind of cheap, but if you look at the exterior, it looks phenomenal. So this one here is in hydro blue, but you can see that for 2026, the big news is the return of the 5.7 liter HEMI V8. And again, it's a little different for 2026 because now there's no HEMI eTorque badges. Everything just gets the standard Pentastar eTorque badge. But what you'll be able to tell the difference is that symbol of protest. Of course, under the hood is the 5.7 liter HEMI, 345 cubic inches. It does have the eTorque mild hybrid system standard for 2026. And the reason why it has that is simply because they had to leave it completely alone from where it was in 2024. Because if you remember back in 2024, they made it so the eTorque was standard across the lineup. So in order to bring it back as fast as they couldn't change anything. Now on the Warlock, you do get 18-inch wheels. They're off of the Bighorn Night Edition package. But if you look here, you get Goodyear Wrangler Duratrac 33-inch tires. Again, this truck is only available in a crew cab with a 5.7 box. So you're limited to that. But overall, it is a good looking truck. So you do get the same suspension that you would get in the Rebel. Again, this is like a no thrills Rebel. Just think of it that way. You do get that awesome Warlock badge on the back. And if you walk around here, you'll see that instead of LED lights, just like the Rebel, for 2026, it continues on that you have incandescent light bulbs. I don't know why Ram decided that you have to get the RHO and higher to get LED lights when they were available in 2019 on the Bighorn and higher. I don't know. That's one of the things that kind of bums me out about this truck. But overall, you can see that this truck does get some really nice goodies for 2026 with the HEMI. So if you look down here, you get the same exhaust system that Mopar has through Borla, which is basically a catback exhaust that was on the Rebel GT and Laramie GT standard. So that actual exhaust system was a $1,700 option through Mopar. Now it's standard with the HEMI, even though the HEMI is a $1,200 option over the Hurricane SO. Now with the Warlock for 2026, you do get quite a few options. You get a standard 3.6 liter Pentastar as the main option. Then you can upgrade to the 3-liter twin-turbo standard output Hurricane with 420 horsepower, 469 pound-feet of torque, backed by an 8-speed ZF 8 HP 75 transmission. And then for an additional $1,200, you get the 5.7 liter HEMI with that new catback exhaust system. Now, if you actually look at the numbers, basically in 2024, when the Warlock had the HEMI option, the HEMI costs an optional $3,045 over the standard 3.6 liter Pentastar V6. Now it's only $2,895. So you are saving money. And again, that exhaust system was worth $1,700 through Mopar alone. So ultimately, where you're saving a lot of your money is in the interior. And you can see right off the bat, this is a work truck interior. Very basic interior materials overall, very hard plastics, no soft touch materials on the doors. You go in here, you do get a 7-inch TFT screen standard, and you do get an 8.4-inch Uconnect 5 system without navigation as standard as well. Again, dash panels are kind of plastic, but that's where you're saving your money. You do look at the seats. Seats are cloth, nice and firm. But the very good material. I actually like these better than the leather seats, to be honest with you, just because I think they'll hold up better. The only other bummer is that there's no power driver seat and there's no power passenger seat. One thing I do love about this truck is the fact that it is a 6-seater configuration to it. So basically this center console, if I didn't have the radio, well, let me pull this out real quick. Pull the radio out and you can see this lifts up and you can sit 6 adults in this truck, which I absolutely love. I wish more heavy duty trucks were like this. I wish this was on the upper scale trucks. You do get a little bin down here to put stuff, but you can pull this down and have a center armrest when nobody's using it, with tons of storage. And like I said, cup holders, which are really nice as well. If you look again at the back, you do get like standard cloth materials in the back again. You don't get any heated or cooled seats. There's a little cubby. There's no USBs or anything, but you're talking about a $10,000 cheaper truck. A $10,000 cheaper truck than the Rebel. So again, you're saving money that way. Seats do fold up completely, so you do have a flat floor. But the stereo is just your standard like 6-speaker stereo. Nothing to be worried about. It does have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. But again, it's not like there's a massive subwoofer underneath the seat. So, but if you don't really care and you're looking to save some money, this is the truck for you. Now inside the Ram 1500 Warlock, like I said, it's very basic with the materials and that. But you do, if we start this thing up, you can see it says 1500 on this TFT screen. But you do get this basic 8.4-inch Uconnect 5 system. There is no navigation at all. So that's the only disappointment there. But again, it's nice to have the bigger screen rather than the old 5-inch screen with the knobs. I do like that. Again, no upper glove box, very basic there, but it's nice because if you're a person like me, you can reach over and grab something. You can put your phone, or your passenger can put stuff up there. That's kind of nice. It does have the 12-volt on top, a little rubber pad up here so you can put stuff up here. Sunglass holder, of course, up here. Rear power window too. That's also a nice option. That comes standard with the Warlock. And then you can see that it's got lane keep assist as well. And then down here, this one has the trailer tow package, so you do have the backup knob to help you guide backwards when you're actually getting ready to hook up to a trailer. Glove box is down there. You do have a big cubby down here, which is nice. And you do have a 115-volt outlet down there on the bottom of the dash, so that is cool too. Again, rotary shifter for the 1500, and you can see here, you know, you do get the same stuff like a locker, as well as this is your auto start stop turn off button, which is nice. But you do get an e-locker down here, just like the Rebel. So again, basically think of this as I wouldn't say the poor man's Rebel, but the more budget friendly Rebel. So if you're looking at having all the same off-road gear and you don't care about being all, you know, flashy, this is the truck for you. Now, a really cool thing with the HEMI right now, if you buy one of these trucks, basically Ram is throwing in the bigger fuel tank free. So where you had to spend more money to get a bigger 33-gallon fuel tank, you do get a 33-gallon fuel tank standard now with the HEMI. So that's also a cool option. So overall, again, I'm really impressed with this truck again for 2026. Yeah, the price did kind of go up a little bit because we've seen that the truck was at $50,000 for 2025, but that came standard with a Hurricane engine. Now it's starting at 51, but you can see, again, this is just a rubber piece of material. Instead of having an upper glove box, you just have this little shelf here. But overall, not a bad truck for the money, considering what the full-size market's going for right now. Ram still has to be a little more aggressive, I think, on the pricing, but I think this truck overall isn't that bad. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you like the Ram 1500 Warlock, especially for 2026 with the return of the 5.7 HEMI? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.